Welcome back to the DSI Governor's Challenge Special. Now we got through a bunch of our teams competing in the showcase games. Far from the only games going on this week, though. There were a bunch of good bracket games, including the Group 7. Bennett was looking to get their tournament started off with a win, taking on Surrattsville. And Otis Russell, all of a sudden, is passing the ball. That's a story in itself, but he finds his man right here, Harold Morton, who comes up with the and one underneath. Later, Russell again passing the ball. I'm hoping he does this at the YMCA on Sunday. He kicks it over to Jamyron Cannon, knocks down the 3-ball in the corner. But Surrattsville down but not out. Montana Cook right here. He gets to the cup right there, lays it in for 2. But down the stretch, the Clippers made the plays they need to, mainly Morton. He has been monstrous. He's only a sophomore, the big man right there. Nice footwork and finish. They power past Surrattsville, 63-58 your final.
Sussex Tech at Y-High taking on New Era Academy out of Baltimore. Ravens getting big early on. That's Cameron Williams down low. He's getting 2 points. This was a back-and-forth affair. New Era coming back. Ball swung to the corner. Daquan Shackelford, nice name, even better jumper right there. Corner 3 right there. Tech playing a little defense of their own later on. Coming up with a steal. Patrick Dennis going the other way. They would lead by 3 with seconds left to play. Check this out. Last chance for New Era. And the 3-point attempt is going to fall just short off the front of the rim. Tech survives. They win this one 57-54.
And that meant the bracket championship game was going to be between Bennett and Tech. Clippy getting some lessons early on right there. Montez Jefferson, apparently in his book a little bit right there, finds Vicente Conking underneath for 2. Then he finds Jamyron Cannon in the corner, a long ball, just like the day before. He can shoot from the corner. Bennett had a 9-point lead early. They were cruising, and then Tech took control the rest of the game. Jaquan Burton in the open court for 2, plus the foul just minutes later. He gets a steal right here, just a little whip pass over to Ricky Kane underneath for 2 more. Fourth quarter, and the Ravens pulled away. Jaleel Bolden coast to coast for 2 more. Sussex Tech continues a bounce-back season. They didn't win a game last year. They take this one, and they take the bracket. 78-59 your final.
Washington taking on Kings Christian. Christian out on the run early here. D. Barnes, good look inside to Jalen Sauls. Finishes and 1, plus the foul. Built a double-digit lead in the second half. Jags going on a run here. Dorian Stevens turning the corner, getting to the bucket, and he has got a
and 1
of his own. That's right. Shortly after that, check this out. Time running down the third. Rayshawn Fitzgerald letting it fly from right wing. He's going to find the bottom of the net. Kings Christian, of course, they would settle down in the fourth, and this guy would put it away. Sauls in for 2 more of his 15. Washington drops this one by 10, 70-60.
Their point guard was so good that game, too, by the way. Delmar taking on Walkersville on Tuesday. Lions making a push early on. Davis Kelly finds Elias Berardi underneath. He finishes through the contact right there, gets an and one of his own. Back come those young cats. Brooks Parker was a man amongst boys out there. Euro step for 2. Then in transition, he gets another and one underneath. Then he steps back. I'm not sure about the form. The result was good, though. 21 right there. Yeah, well, it happened. Shots still falling for Delmar as Evan Schuler. He is a shooter. All you have to do is just ask him. He'll tell you. Hits one from the left wing right there. Walkersville, though, ended up pulling away down the stretch. It's Josh Paulus right there on the drive. Gets the cup for the layup for 2. Delmar comes up short, 54-42 your final.
So Washington and Delmar in the bracket for third-place game. Jags making some moves early on. Rayshawn Fitzgerald, like he did in the last game, rises up, knocks down a long ball. A few minutes later, this time, he's going to find Dorian Stevens in the corner, and he is lighting one up from 3 as well. Cats down big, trying to fight their way back by the way of an 8th grader, Dante Trader, finding Jeremiah Lumpkin-Beal, and he lays it up off the glass. This one happened to be Washington from the tip, though. Desmere Williams breaking away. He's going to get an and 1 finish right here. No contest for the Jags. They take this one over Delmar, 72-44.
Well, how about Parkside taking on Milford Mill in their opening round of the Governor's Challenge, and the Rams playing some defense early on. When did that happen? Raekwon Williams gets a steal. I didn't even know he could do that, but he flushes that one home. Back come the Millers. Malik Baker finds Tyrese Baker, the big fella. Okay. I see you right there. Nice step back, nice little touch. Parkside, though, would go on a run. Ernest Ayeko thinks he's a big guy. He's not really, but he can make it happen right there. Gets an and one underneath. But Milford Mill eventually would pull away. Ugo Obias right here goes baseline, gets to the cup, hangs and hits for 2. Parkside goes on to drop that thing, 64-58 your final.
So the Rams try it again, this time up against Kings Christian. Early on, Raekwon Williams right there again. This time he's just touching glass. Then this next later, he's hitting a short jumper. Then he gets to the cup for 2 more. best pure scorer in the Bayside. I'm calling it right there. Check this out. Nice dish to D Barnes.
Okay.
He's almost breaking down in rim stand.
Okay, young fella,
Center. Huge two-handed slam. This one happened to go by Parkside's way all game long. Sean Fisher to Mark Jones right there with the free throw line jumper. He connects. Then the Rams go ahead and put the finishing touches on this one. Tony Badger hanging and hitting for the and one as Parkside goes on to win this one 74-38.
Mark Jones highlights means we're giving people what they want to see right there. Well, how about Snow Hill? They were taking on Archbishop Curley and ended up being a great game, actually. All Friars early on, though. William Draper right here lets it fly from the left corner, and he's going to find the bottom of the net, but back come the Eagles in the second. Check out that sick Euro right there by Curtis Blake in transition. Few plays later, the Eagles still pushing. Amir Fisher leading the break, loses it behind his back, but Takai Wise comes up with it. He kicks it over DJ Thornton for the easy score. Now Snow Hill would actually take the lead, but Archbishop would eventually respond. Baseline drive and finish right there by Brandon Adams. That gave them the lead. They would not give it back. Snow Hill drops at 57-49.
So the second chance for the Eagles in the tournament, taking on St. Joe's by the Sea now. Eagles on the attack here early. DJ Thornton hanging and hitting for the and one. Nicely done there. Then check this out. Takai Wise in transition. I don't even know what to call that, Spencer. You call it don't jump, young fella. That's an and one is what I call it. Might be the play of the tournament. Second half, and Snow Hill going to go on a run again. Wise right there with the rebound and the and one for two more. The story of the game, though, happened to be this guy, Devin Nicholson. Hits a long ball. He lit Snow Hill up for 36 in this one. They end up dropping a tough one, 69-60.
Fourth straight loss now for Snow Hill. It's been a tough stretch right now. But
a tough December, tough Christmas
yeah,
now.
We'll see how they bounce back in January. All right, well, it's time for another quick commercial break, but don't even think about touching that dial because so much more to come. We have a huge matchup with North Carolina Bulldogs getting their tournament run started. You are watching the DSI Governor's Challenge Special.
I'm Brian Wines, Bucks Wrestling 285, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.